What's up, folks? Welcome to Nerd Report. And the camera works. I don't know. This is very strange because the camera was not working yesterday. It was not working, or the day before. And all of a sudden it works. Who knows? Computers, man. Computers. We have Shelly here waiting patiently. Marsha's in the house. Gypsy Rose, what is up? What is up, folks? Did you all get notified? Did everyone get notified today? Let me know in the comments. Let me know how your Saturday is going. Is your Saturday going well today? Is it sucking? It's all right for me. It's all right. Let me see if I could enhance this. All right, there you go. You guys got notified? Excellent. Excellent. Excellent, folks. Welcome. Welcome. All right. We're going to do something here that, what's up, Wendy? What's up, Wendy? What's up, everybody? Okay, listen. I've been talking a little bit about how I'm not really a fan of Blake Lively or Justin Baldoni. I mean, it would be even weird for me to say that because honestly, I don't even remember. I don't remember ever seeing either of them in movies, except like when they bring up, if they bring up Blake Lively and they talk about the shark movie she was in. Like, I like that movie. She was in a shark movie. And also, Justin Baldoni was in what? He was in, is it Gossip Girls? I don't know. It's not really my demographic type of thing. I did like It Ends With Us. I did watch it after this drama. I did like it. A lot of people didn't. And everything. I think Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni did a very good job pretending they love each other. And they don't. So why you're like, why, if I don't know these people, why am I going to listen to you report on it? Cause I think I have a different take on it, than a lot of people. I don't like Blake Lively. I think it seems like she's in the wrong here. Okay. It seems like she's in the wrong here, but I'm not a Justin Baldoni ass sniffer either. Like many fans are just ridiculously just blind fans. So this lady, Lively, she went on Seth Meyers. Is that his name? Seth Meyers. His he went on his late night show. She went on there, right? She went on there, and the fans are pissed for a couple reasons. For platforming her. They don't want her platformed. Well, guess what? I don't think the trial has passed, and I don't think she's been found guilty of anything yet, right? So, I mean, yeah, the evidence seems to be overwhelmingly towards Baldoni side, but should we just stop now and not even have the trial? Should we just go by like whoever posts the most stuff on the other person? Sorry, my eyes are irritated right now, folks. No. And also there's this weird, like, why did there, some people are upset at Seth Meyers because he platformed her. That's what cults do. They don't want to hear the other side. They don't want to hear why don't you want to let Blake Lively speak? Let her speak. Let both sides speak. Right? What are you so afraid of? That's what cults do. Don't talk to the other people that are not in the cult because, yeah, I don't think she'll win, but we got to hear her out. I mean, it hasn't been, So don't platform, getting upset at people because they platform someone you don't like. You know why you platform Blake Lively? Not to protect Blake Lively, to protect yourself and to protect me, so we could present our side. That's why you do it. We do it for innocent people. We got to fight for both. He took the neutral road. Seth took the neutral road per script. Listen, also, a lot of people, like when it comes to this coverage for Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni, I have the best insight. Because I do press. I work with PR agents. I have the best insights. And a lot of the people reporting on this have no idea what they're talking about. most of the time when these actors show up to a show, it's paid for by the studio. I'm not saying here it was, but it's paid for the studio. They're advertising some project they're working on, a movie. So no, they're not going to go to Good Morning America and then the hosts they're not going to ask about a case because they were told not to, man. It's actually a paid advertisement. And then we got some people on social media here reporting on this, pretending like, oh, how could they have not asked the tough questions? Well, because they would have been fired. It's basically if Blake Lively shows up to a show on TV, most of the time it's paid. The networks get paid to advertise that, and stuff. And then there's the ridiculous, why is Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds out and about so much? Well, because they're promoting shit. And maybe in their mind, they think they're innocent. And when you think you're innocent, you go about your business. Jay-Z, remember everyone jumped the shark or nuked the fridge by saying, oh, why is Jay-Z after the accusation? Why is he at the red carpet? Well, because the dude thought he was innocent. That's what you do. Innocent people don't hide. And if he hid, people would be saying, if these two hid, every idiot would be saying, oh, they're gone because they're guilty as sin. It's like, no, man. I saw one person criticizing or questioning why Ryan Reynolds was signing autographs. That celebrities sign autographs in the street. They get asked and they sign autographs. You know what I mean? All right. I don't think she'll win either. Too phony. She didn't care about DV aspect until now. That's a cheap blow to the real DV people. Well, I mean, maybe the studio told her to not talk about it. I don't know, because they were trying to push it. They were trying to push it. Look, I don't know. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe Justin Baldoni doesn't care about DV people either. I don't know. I'm not in his brain. We're not in their brain. Am I covering the Diddy trial? Maybe. Do you think a lot of the fans of Justin Baldoni are going to care about the Diddy trial? Let me ask you guys that, folks, because they every time they're like, oh, we're not obsessed fans. We're here for justice because we want justice for a person. They're not going to show up for that. It's the multi-trips, private jets. What do you mean? For Ryan Reynolds? That's what actors do, though. Wendy? That's what actors do. You know what I mean? That's what actors do. I mean, Justin Baldoni's in Hawaii. I can't afford that. All right. Anyways, listen. Seth Meyers had her on. Here she is. Hopefully we can't hear this.
That's like really nice.
Oh, sorry about that. She had her on. Here it is. You guys saw this, hopefully. Seth Meyers had her on. I'm not going to play that. But I think I'm the only one that noticed this, okay? Or the first one to notice this. The comments are off. I reported on this. My guess is the toxic, about some toxic fans were being disrespectful. They're out there. I mean, we could pretend, you guys could pretend they're not, but they are out there. So they turned it off. And here's 2 videos later. Here he is. They're talking about Blake Lively still. You know what I mean? On the other video, on the other videos, right? Even in the third video, they're still talking about Blake Lively. All right. Not necessarily a fan of him. I'm just on the side of truth and justice. There you go. Will you be watching the P. Diddy stuff? Because I'm just curious, because I think I think a lot of, not you, Christina. I'm saying I think a lot of the people that call themselves fans are just because they think Justin Baldoni is good looking and he has those seminars where he shits on men all day, you know, and he's giving a certain crowd a crowd telling them what they want to hear. Yes, and to answer you, I am on the side of truth. Exactly. Okay, good. That's the way to go. I think Weinstein is innocent of charges. What? All right. Well, there we disagree. All right. So they're continuing here. Oh shit! I just destroyed this. There's a cult following, right? That Christina. That is honest. Thank you. There's a cult following for this right here. And I'm here to call it out. And that's why I'm different. And they went on my channel when they're making fun of Ryan Reynolds' looks, man. Are you fucking kidding me? What does that have to do with it? The price of tea in China? Here it is. Huge mistake platforming Blake. Even bigger mistake silencing us. These are the people on anti-Trump late night show Seth Meyers, okay? This is because he muted or took the comments out of the Blake Lively interview. I'm disappointed in Seth having Blake on, not challenging her on anything, then turning the comments off. Justice for Justin. Okay, listen, again, that's because this person doesn't understand how it works. First of all, she hasn't been charged guilty of anything, all right? She hasn't been charged guilty of anything. And silence who? Silence the people on the channel. Like they were going on the Seth's 2 videos ago, where the video where Blake Lively's on, he muted the comments. Okay. And I'm reading from his other videos what people are saying because they're still obsessed with it. Blake said it herself. No one should be silenced. So here we go. Because they've been silenced. Now, as a YouTube, do I silence my comments? No. Do I wish I had that much attention on my channel? Yeah. Why did he silence his comments? I don't know what the comments were, man. Maybe they were like really personal and bad, and everything. But you know what? It's his prerogative to silence the comments. Remember, freedom of speech only pertains to what does it pertain? It pertains to public areas, and YouTube is private. Your YouTube channel is private, so he has the right to do it. You have the right to unsubscribe, right? Why are we being silenced in the comments? Well, you're not. You're over here trolling this other thing. I am from South Africa. I am a survivor of real abuse, which is exactly why I want to see Blake brought to justice. Yeah, that's okay. Victims, recognize victims. We see you. This is obsessed. Look, this is awful that this person's a victim. Okay, and I'm not. That's not okay, man. That's awful. It's the worst thing people could do to another person, human being. But there's a lot of insertion of their own situation into these things, you know. Once again, if you just got in here, we are going over the comments area. Seth Meyers getting backlash. Okay, so we see you, Justin. We are behind you from across the sea. The world is behind you. Okay. Shame on you, Seth. Providing a platform for a false report on SA. Well, it's not gone to court, though. Look, shame on you, Seth, providing a platform for a false essay. You need to be You need to educate yourself on the case before inviting Princess Khaleesi to your show. That's another thing. A lot of these Baldoni fans, they think they're smarter than you. I actually just pointed out the fact and on video that I did a video saying that, or pointing out that Seth Meyers' comments were turned off and nonstop. You need to educate yourself. You're ignorant. You're stupid. That's stupid. Yeah, people are projecting their own stuff. Too bad. You know, you got to listen to, you got to listen to what Blake Lively has to say. You can't silence her, especially since she's not proven guilty of anything yet. The trial hasn't started. You have the right to your opinion, though. That he has the right to turn off his comments. Okay? Shame on you guys disabling the comments on Blake Lively. Transparency, my ass. Okay, who are they talking about, though? Seth Meyers, does he have a reputation of being transparent? What's up, Emily? Shame on you for giving her a platform. She's a bully and a liar. I imagine this family bought their way into your silly studio. Okay, now they're insulting. See? They called it a silly studio. These people that don't want a different narrative platformed, I don't know, man. That's like a cult. That's like a cult. You got to listen to what the hell she has to say, man. Man, this was not the move, Seth. Hope Ryan sponsoring your podcast was worth it. Is that true, though? Did Ryan Reynolds sponsor his podcast? Please invite Brian Friedman for an interview. Justice, why? He's not is he entertainment? And that would get some great ratings, though. Yeah, let her talk shit. I don't know if this was Isabel. This is a great point right here. Let her talk so we could see how full of shit she is. If that's what you meant, I don't know. She talks, they can use that in court. So why would you want to silence her? The truth is going to win. You really got to ask yourself, why do you have a guest on that forces you to turn off comments just saying, I wish the industry had a backbone? Well, that is a good question. But I don't know how rude the comments were. And they can't hire someone to like fucking just worry about, Justin Baldoni ass sniffers talking shit to the staff and everything. You know what I mean? Now, don't get me wrong. There's Blake Lively ass sniffers too. But I don't give a shit. I'm going to call them both out. That's just the way it is. And my eyes are fucking killing me right now. Let me see. The industry is an industry. They still have to try to sell us things we don't need. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Right? So the comments were only turned off for Blake Lively's video. I'm guessing you all booked her for the show before the internet and the world decided to collectively end her career. Well, according to like that video we saw on Popcorn Planet where the people were coming out of the theater, a lot of people didn't even know about the case, or a lot of people didn't even know what Blake Lively was. Oh yeah, you guys really made sure to turn off the comments on the Blake Lively interview. The people aren't dumb. You can't shut us down. It's just saddening you used your show for Blake's lie who ruined the life of an innocent man. Do you think Justin Baldoni's life is ruined, though? I mean, he did. He's gonna come out. It looks like he's gonna come out bigger than ever, right? But you know who's elevating us is Emily with the 5 gifted memberships. Emily, what is up? Thank you for that support. Thank you for that support, Emily. Guys, if you want to support the channel, you could do so with the super chat, Cash App, gifted memberships. all is appreciated. We've had some really rough times here on Nerd Report lately with the algorithm, people not getting notified and stuff. And you all coming on in here is really, really helping the channel here. Let me show you all this. People ask all the time. If you want to support, another way you could do it is via our PayPal. Here is PayPal, the PayPal link. Another great way to support the channel. There you go. Hopefully that works. I apologize, man. My eyes are killing me. I got some really bad contacts on right now. Why turn off the Blake Lively interview, the comments on the Blake Lively interview? She's a prime gaslighter. Your audience gave you the respect, benefit of the doubt by watching your interview with her, yet you didn't allow them to react to the platform. Well, everybody's pissed because he disabled the comments in the Blake Lively interview. Here's a good point. He lectures everyone but couldn't handle comments on the Blake Lively video. Truly fearless. Now, yeah, this guy, he is a late night host who is constantly lecturing about his politics. You know, he's another rich elitist billionaire. I call this, he lives a life of a billionaire. He's super rich. Do you think that guy pays for food? No. And then he's preaching to us who to vote for because he knows best. And then as soon as somebody talks to him, he wants to, you lecture. As soon as somebody wants to say, hey, man, you had a iffy person as a guest, you turn off the commentary. I like this comment right here. They are, get them, Emily, thank you. What are they commenting on? Then, well, okay, someone turned off the comments in the Blake Lively interview. What I'm reading right now is a other video. So what they've done is they've gone to other videos that the comments are still enabled and talking about the Blake Lively interview. That's what's happening. Okay. It's a little difficult to understand, especially if you're not a YouTuber. Yeah, it's a little bit. I don't have a dog in the fight, but I think it's funny that Seth Meyers' videos are going to be filled with Blake Lively drama just for disabling the comments for her interview. If anyone enables them, would have continued them there. If they would have, yeah, okay. If they would have continued, they would have continued them, the comments in there. I think it's funny because essentially a lot of these people, to me, they're acting like 13-year-old boys, and they're not. They're probably women in their 40s, and it's very weird. You know, and again, you see the viewership and the comments I'm getting because I question this or I'm neutral about it. And then I go, you're obsessed because the guy's looks and his seminars talking about how men are toxic and shit, toxic masculinity. Sorry. And, he has those seminars, you know, he talks about that and he's like preaching to a certain demographic that's now gravitated to this. And if I come out or if anybody comes out with a neutral or wait and see opinion, they get bashed. And that's what I'm calling out. That's what I'm calling out. You know what I mean? And when I call it, I was like, why are you so obsessed with this? It's because we want justice. Okay, cool. How come you're not in my Carmelo coverage where a kid got ended? Why are you not in the P. Diddy coverage? You don't, you know, I don't know. I think it's a weird thing to be mad about not being able to leave a hate comment. Eris, you're right. You're right. Okay. Okay, what the? Oh my God. Okay, so I did the video and I got literally people writing novels as comments. Why I was wrong. You could still go on my old videos. They would write like the equivalent of the Lord of the Rings trilogy books, The Hobbit. This is an example of 25%. My daughter and I watch you religiously since she was little, because for some reason you are her favorite. I know about the story of the birth of your child, your wife, her sister, your mom, your parents, your governor of LA looks like your governor of LA look-alike brother, the whole pandemic, whatever streaming, the wasps, I don't know what that is, the books on the desk, you giving up wearing a suit, the ice cream outfit with the president, Strike Force 5, etc. We are family. And now Blake, this is how the mainstream media is keep sinking. As long as you're bending to the powerful and not the truth, we are going to keep leaving. We have access to the truth, which in this day and age, the only reliable truth is the courts. So this person says they consider Seth Meyers a family member, but oh no, he had Blake Lively on. Is this weird? Is this weird? It's weird, right? This person knows everything about Seth Meyers. Like, my daughter's obsessed with you, and like she knows what he from what I read, it looks like she knows even what the guy eats. But now, Blake Lively was on. What the fuck is this? Comments closed for Blake. You allow her to spew lies, but shut down the public. Wow, can't handle the truth. Team Baldoni. Get a fucking life, ladies. Not you here, the ones here. Jesus Christ. Justice for Baldoni. Dude, listen, this is worse than any 13-year-old boy would do, man. This is fucking worse. Shame on you for platforming Snake Lively when turning comments off. This is all they do? Why am I being silenced? I thought you were all about hearing women's voices, Seth. Justice for Justin. Oh my God, this is the worst one yet. Check this out. Check this out. Guys, gals, listen to this. Watch this one. Look at this comment. Where did it go? Why am I being silenced, Blake? I thought you were all for hearing women's voices. Justice for Justin. So they don't want her to be platformed, which is silencing a woman. And then justice for Justin, last time I checked, I think he's a guy. I think he's a guy, no? I'm confused. Justice for Justin. Jesus. Blake does not speak for me. Okay, good point. I have my own voice. Justice for Justin. Okay, listen, that's another thing, though, that Amber Heard used to do is try to speak for all women. And that's bullshit, man. I don't know if Blake Lively is doing that to her. She may be. And if she is, F that, man. No one speaks for everybody. Seth is a new dragon. Seth is an example of someone who sells out their integrity and ethics to retain their position. What a vicious existence. Yeah, personal attacks, man. Personal attacks. Are you going to invite Justin Baldoni since you say yourself you're not well informed? Perhaps give Justin a chance to also appear. That would be great. If he calls Justin Baldoni, that would be amazing. I think Justin Baldoni should be heard. I think Justin Baldoni needs to be heard. A show that depends on free speech turns off comments for segments saying victims are silenced. Tells me you're a hypocrite without telling me you're a hypocrite. Okay. Does anybody watch this show? I don't watch this show. How could you give her a platform? Why do so many people that don't want to hear the other side? That's so fucking weird, man. Just hear the other side. Right? Hear both sides of the story. What's wrong with you? Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Well, anyways, look at. I'm reading off the comments there. They're immature. They're cultists, acting like them. They're acting like cultists, man. Again, there's going to be someone in the comments saying I'm misinformed. On what? Seth Meyers disabled his comments on the Blake Lively interview. My theory is these people are trolling or getting real personal and attacking. That's my theory, so he turned it off. Now his other videos, the comments are getting attacked. People are attacking him on the other videos. Now, is it really an attack? Maybe that's a harsh word, but they're going crazy. All right. So am I informed? Yeah, I'm very informed. That's exactly what's happening. And I also know, you watch 15 minutes of him and I'm over it. I also know for a fact that the trial has not happened. I also know so anybody that wants to silence her or automatically guilty before the trial is full of shit and doesn't have an idea what American values are. Okay. And second of all, or third, whatever, I also know that it looks like you guys are right. The people who are here it looks like they are correct that she made up the shit. It looks like it. I don't know. All right. It's ridiculous, right? That being said, what I'm calling out is that for months, people that are waiting and seeing have been called ridiculous shit on the internet just for saying, well, I want to see what happens when the trial happens. The people that say I want to see more evidence get attacked. So anybody who's not like 100% like one-sided are getting attacked by this immature crowd. And that's what my videos are about. All right. Now somebody's going to twist it in the comments later. I invite everybody to come back and read it because it's hilarious. Joki, hey Lewis, as usual, I am late. Sorry, have a cup of coffee on me. Thank you very much, folks. If you want to support the channel, you could do so with a super chat, super sticker, what else? Membership, whatever you like. Thank you so much, Joki. Serial killers like to testify. Well, if you have, okay, so let me ask you a question, folks. This is something that has come up. This has come up. If you read all the legal documents, it seems pretty clear what happened. Okay, May I ask everybody this question? Do I have your undivided attention? So once is so what should we do? What we should do? Do you think? Here's my question: do you think everyone here that what we should do is once legal documents are available and the public makes up their mind, we shouldn't have a trial date? That's it? Because I keep hearing, and I'm not saying you, Christina, if the legal documents come out and it looks overwhelmingly supportive to Justin Baldoni, or for another case, should we just like, okay, well, we're done. Should we just not have the trial? Or should we wait? Should we just like, since documents are out, because you know what, man, this is actually, this is a more serious case, but there were plenty of legal documents for the Idaho 4 victims and the Brian Koberger case a year ago. Guess what? There's more now. So more evidence came in. So this entire shit is constantly evolving with the legal system and documents and stuff, right? So no one's really answered. If legal documents are out there, because I keep hearing this, if legal documents are out there with facts, okay, should we not have a court date anymore? Now, if I go, I've seen these legal documents. Now, if I go by them, it makes Blake Lively look bad, okay? In my opinion. Should we just say guilty? That's it. Oh, we don't know their facts. Yeah. You mean that, Christina? Now, that's another thing you're bringing up. We don't know that what's in the documents are facts, right? Right. So that's why we have our trial date. So let me also ask you all a question here. These people that are saying deplatform Blake Lively, why would you have her there or whatever? Are they guilty before a fair trial mentality? Is that a guilty before a fair trial mentality? Or am I wrong? I don't know. This whole thing seems kind of weird. This crowd right here is weird. We need to be tried in a court of law. But I'm hearing a lot of people be like, oh, the information's out there. So, okay. Yeah, Deanna, yeah, maybe. I like this comment. I'm right again. It's the whole using a victim. We think so, though. It's the whole using the victim law. Oh, you mean because of Blake Lively claiming she's a victim and she's not? Well, listen, this is different than Amber Heard because Amber Heard went through a trial. We saw the trial. And she's full of shit, man. You know what I mean? We know how bad it is when you have to disable comments. What do you guys think? I'm going to turn it to the crowd. Do you guys disagree with me? That's fine. I mean, that's what's pissing off people. I think Amber Heard was weird. I think it was fishy from the beginning, and I think I thought back then that Amber Heard needed to go through due process, and I think Amber Heard went through due process and was found out exactly what was going on. It was fair, all right? And I think Blake Lively needs to go through fair process and stuff. I don't think this is as cut and dry as the Johnny Depp thing, Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard trial. I'm on Rumble, folks. Yeah, I'm on Rumble. Nerd Report on Rumble. Upstream World. So I'm saying, look, as an experiment, say I'm going to wait to the trial. I'm on the fence with this. Even if you're just a Baldoni fan, say I'm on the fence with this situation. I'm going to wait till the trial. And you're going to see how people are so fucking mean and try to act like an ass for you saying that. I think he's suing her. Yeah. I mean, look, his entire thing for me that he's upset at is because this guy built up a lot of years making a persona of being the ladies' man, right? The respectful of respectful, self-aware, every complaint women have about men, he would agree with it, right? And then also he'd love to put, in my opinion, he loves cameras on him. He loves to look good, man. Even that phone call with Blake Lively, in my opinion. Remember the phone call at 1 o'clock? Man, that shit, in my opinion, listen to that. It sounded high quality podcast quality. It's not his voice being deep. There's a processor, almost like he called, like he wanted the voice to sound like perfect, like a radio broadcast. It's like, there's a lot of shit that is kind of fake, in my opinion. This case, though, it looks like he's in the right. I'm not gonna not say that. His fans, though, are being Yes, he is what, Angie. He made a reputation out of himself that is completely opposite of what Blake Lively's saying about him. Okay? And it ruins his reputation. Her attack ruins his reputation badly. So he's fighting like hell. I would too. Right? He's doing the right thing. It seemed like she wanted the movie, the franchise. It did. Have you ever had to placate some crazy women before? Because I have. My voice will sound a lot better. No, it wasn't like that. I do podcasts. Please, guys, listen. This is frustrating. I'm sorry. This is frustrating. I do podcasts since the 90s, okay? I'm a radio guy. Ask Julissa. I know what processed with equipment for high fidelity, compression, EQ, mics. I know what that sounds like, and I know what a real voice sounds like. So, is this processed here? No, it's not that processed because I haven't set it up that way. When you hear a lot of these people, radio DJs, they sound way higher pitched in person than they do on the air. And I'm telling you right now, when he called her, it sounded like it was a podcast, the voice quality. To say it was a deep voice, his voice isn't like that. I'm sorry. I'm telling you, a lot of shit seems staged, man. That's my whole point. To make him look better. For PR purposes. It looks like that to me. That's just my opinion. All right. He filmed it. Okay. No, it's not staged. It seems staged. You're entitled to your opinion. When he's proposing to his wife, and it's a what is it, like a half-hour video, and his wife is barely in his fucking video? What the fuck is that? Is that weird, guys? Press 1 if you thought that was weird. Did you guys see that video where he's proposing to his wife? She's not even in it, barely. You did tech support for 12 years. That's cool. You didn't do radio though. And if you did, 12 years is a beginner. I've done way more. I look way older than you think. You look way younger than me, put it that way. What are you, in your 20s? Yeah, it was weird. My dad has for 50 years. Cool. I have a friend that's done it for 75. I mean, I know radio, dude. I worked at a big market. I worked at big market radio stations. I know processing and stuff. That voice sounded processed. It sounded exactly like, and listen, his podcast sounds fucking great, man. Like whoever's doing his podcast, I wish I had that equipment. But it also sounds like you called Blake Lively at 1 a.m. using that equipment. I don't know. It's not a contest, but I'm telling you right now that it sounded processed. Why would you call somebody your phone's not like that? Why would it's weird? I don't think he did. I don't know if he did this, but it's kind of weird to call somebody through a podcast system. You know what I mean? Anyways, listen, I love Isabel. No shade, man. It's just look, I'm Cuban. We're like Italians. We talk with our hands. We get emotional. And at the end of the day, I love you. You're great. Thank you for being here. But okay, Wendy, did that sound like it was processed? Do I mean like a microphone? No, I mean like studio processing to make voices deep. Oh, you're Portuguese. Nice. We are brothers. All right. Do me a favor. Keep the conversation going. What is on your mind? What do you guys think of this? Am I full of shit? Am I onto something here? Is this crowd toxic? Is this crowd way too one-sided? Everybody's like, shame on you, back here for justice. I mean, I've never seen any of these people. I'm not saying they don't. Go on like for the Carmelo Anthony stuff that they want justice. Why do they want justice for this dude? Like, he's just another millionaire actor. Why do so many people? Let me ask you this: why do people complain about millionaire elitist? And the first chance they have is they back them up, no matter what. And then meanwhile, do you all even know who Carmelo Anthony is? And Austin Metcalf? MIA, the same crowd. It's one-sided. I'm onto something, Shelly, right? There's extremists. I'm not saying everybody is. Because she's claiming SH. I get it. Bro, listen. And also, let me tell you the irony here. Because the impression I've had from Justin Baldoni's How to Be a Man or whatever, what is it called? His seminars, is that the impression I got was that he is aware that men sexually harass women. And the impression, I'm not saying he said this, I'm just disclaimer here. It seemed like he was trying to say, like, the way he says it, it's kind of like a blanket statement, man. So when you're saying, you know, I have this toxicity, if that's what he was trying to say, I have this toxicity. So you're admitting something's wrong with you, and Blake is saying something's wrong with you. That's a double-edged sword, you know? They call it a grape culture for some. What is that? Oh, rape culture. Yeah, it doesn't exist in my. I know with the R, they call it a R culture for some reason. Yes, it doesn't exist in my. Let me tell you something. That garbage does not exist with me or anyone around me since ever. Never in all my years. Okay. That culture is probably in Hollywood. So he needs to speak for himself if that's what he meant. Okay? I'm so sick of Hollywood people preaching at us, man. She said he had a toxic personality. Well, I mean, wasn't there a thing where like, hey, I could talk to your dead dad? Did that happen? I could talk to your dead dad? And didn't he, I'm asking a question, didn't he during the proposal say to his wife, I spoke to your father? I asked, didn't he say that? You guys correct me, I don't know. Amber had plenty of things people believed for years, like the court of law matters, not the public. They proved everything off her was bullcrap. Yeah, she was bullcrap. Toxic positivity. Just wait instead of assuming one side is right over the other. That's what I'm saying, man. Matthew, that's what I'm saying, but people don't want that. There's documents out. They want to like, I don't get it, man. I didn't know. I thought listen, I'm dumb. All right. I'm good. If you guys think you're smarter than me, fine. I thought documents were put out pre-trial, and then in the trial, they were brought out again with further detail, and then they would have to be proven or disproven. I thought stuff in the document could be bullcrap, and they have to be proven or disproven. What did I know? During the trial, not before the trial. Everybody reads it and just throws the trial away. He does seem weird. I don't know who he is really. It's her claim to be being a victim. Yeah, that's a fair assessment. It's a fair assessment. I'm not a fan of people that preach all day, you know? I'm not a fan of people that preach all day. All right. There are opinions and there are facts. The judge needs to decide. Bingo. Bingo. But you know what? People are going to come to my comments and say that I am dumb. I'm ignorant. I've heard both sides, man. I've heard both sides. Now you have to go to court. And guess what? Because I hear shit about if I heard stuff about you all in the comments, individual, I'm not going to believe them until it's proven to me. That's the way it works. Thank you, Christina. It's a weird take. No, but they want her to not even go, no one to have her as a guest or anything. How dare you introduce her as a producer? You shameless. You're so shameless, Seth. Justice for Justin. She's saying she made the world safer for women. We'll wait and see. If this backfires, man, listen, I'm going to tell you right now that if she's somehow right here or wrong, If she comes out winning this and brings some sort of receipts, a lot of you people, not the ones here, a lot of people that are not going to come back to my channel, not going to come back to Nerd Report and tell me, you know what, Lewis, I was wrong. I apologize. You guys are not going to do that. But I want all the people here to go, Lewis was right. If I'm right. To look at the stuff. Well, I'm saying if I'm right, to look at the stuff. What I'm right about is to wait to the trial. I'm not saying Blake is right, you know. What's up, Ann? Let's give a shout out to Ann. 5 gifted memberships from 5 gifted memberships from Emily. Look what I have. Ann. What's up, Daisy? Look what I have. A package from Ann Rasmussen. Do you all want me to open this? Sounds crunchy. I'm trying to be fair, Shelly. Thank you. I have this package sent to me by Ann. Sounds crunchy. And it's heavy. That means it's expensive. All right, let's do an unpackaging right now. All right. All right. What happened to Ann? Hope you're okay. What's going on here? Oh, you had a car accident? That sucks, Ann. Sorry. Sorry, Ann. We love our community, though. Support for Ann. Okay, let's see. She made these to give away to our YouTube community that will be showing up at Man Monster. Right away, I'm going to RSVP one for Shelly. And these are eggs. And they are awesome. These things are awesome. Look at these. These are awesome. Holy shit. You made these, Ann? They're like dinosaur eggs, man. Fucking badass, man. Look at this. No, I can't. Holy shit, there's a lot of them. And thank you so much. You know you didn't have to do this, but I'm happy you did. Look at these. Look at these. Khaleesi's dragons. They have scale on them, and they're very detailed. Hearts for Ann. Lisa's going to love these. Look at this one. Hearts for Ann. Blake is going to be very, very jealous. Look at all these huevos. Thank you, Ann, for the lovely gift to our community. Ann Rasmussen, thank you so much. You rock. Yeah, they're very nice and pretty. I love them. I love them. Okay, let's read a few more of these. Again, if you just got here, Seth Meyers interviewed Blake Lively. He uploaded portions or the entire interview on YouTube. That video's comments were deleted. I mean, turned off. I'm the only one that noticed that. Then I'm like, wow, that's interesting, because I wanted to see what people were saying. And it looks like he does not turn off comments on all the videos. I thought maybe that's something he did. So I went on the other videos, and people are upset that he turned off the comments on that video. And those comments that I'm reading or I read are from other videos. Blake is a liar, and this program, her accomplice. Okay, check this out. Blake is a liar, and this program, meaning the Seth Meyers program, is an accomplice. No more abuse of power. So this person is saying that the show is a liar. Shame on you, Seth. False accusers should not be given a platform. Turning off comments, coward. He shouldn't turn off. I don't know, man. Go away, Blake, you liar. Main media giving voices to fake SH claim. Could be. Disappointed. Team Justin all the way. Justice for Justin. I hope the court will rule on this sooner. Shame on you. Blake is a bully. Why did Blake lie about her kid's birthday being the same as Napoleon and Jennifer Lawrence? I don't know. Seth, you're part of the problem. This is internet, this being the judge and jury, man. This is why his comments was turned off. No one to blame but themselves, threatening Seth like crap for doing his job. Matthew, you're absolutely correct. And Matthew, thank you for pointing that out. Did you look at my comments on my last video? Did you see how I got attacked? I don't care. I don't care. I'm just pointing it out and laughing at you all for not having a life. You know? Okay, listen. Right now, I need everybody to go to my other video that I posted and comment. Oh, by the way, if you want to support the channel, you could do a super thanks. It's a new feature, or it's been around for a while. Super thanks is down there. You could, even after the video is gone, you could do a super thanks on my standalone videos or anything, even the lives after they're done. All right, go there right now, folks. I'm dropping a link. Leave a comment on a video I just dropped. Yeah, Seth Meyers had a... Folks, if you just got here, you could go back and check what happened. All right, I'm gonna turn it to you guys. Any last questions? Nerd Report, my favorite. Any last questions, folks? 1 minute. 1 minute. My eyes are burning. I'm hungry. Flaw says every time that Blake does anything that they will have to do that turn off. Who's Flaw? All right, head over there, leave a comment, help the algorithm. Oh, Chris. Should I'm gonna leave her alone, man. But she overreaches with her she overreaches with her commentary, man. Almost like she has no idea what the press is. And it's like she has done press stuff, and it's like, dude. I was watching one of her videos. It's like, dude, you're really reaching to pull the narrative. It's almost embarrassing, man. I gotta be honest. I mean, the bump. Okay, so why was Blake Lively upset at the bump comment? Because she thought it was an attack on her looks, which is unacceptable. So what does that lady do that interviews her? She's making fun of Ryan Reynolds' fake tan from what I saw in a video she was doing. That's what I got out of the video, okay? So I don't know. And thank you for being a member for 26 months. Flo likes to get the celebrities canceled. I don't. You guys judge there, man. I don't know. I've been tempted to like react. But it's not just her though. It's like other people. Why is Blake Lively at the red carpet with her husband Ryan Reynolds? Because they're fucking actors, man. And maybe in their mind they didn't do anything wrong. What's up, Amor? I know that sucks with the flaw would happen. The flaw would happen. You're not a woman. You don't understand what happened. Are you talking to me? Because are you talking to me first of all? Is that what? I don't like that woman. I don't like that woman either. Justin was in the basement. Then days later, she released that video to coincidental from any neutral person. Is she neutral? No. I don't think she's neutral. Look, she was Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni. I mean, sorry, Blake Lively and Parker Posey made her feel like shit during that interview. But I don't know why there's no. Remember, I called out Parker Posey for being an asshole during that interview? Raise your hand. Remember, no one wanted to hear about that? Fast forward a few months later, everybody's like, yeah, Parker Posey was an asshole. Yeah, people are picking on me. I'm very happy people don't think I'm a woman. Oh, look, I'm sure it was not meant that way. But if I have an opinion and everybody goes, well, you're not a woman, then I'm going to say, well, you're not a celebrity. Why are you on Justin's side? You're not a caveman looking celebrity dude either. So yeah, Parker Posey was terrible, but the title was Blake Lively, right? Why is Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds out and about? Because Blake Lively has a movie out, I guess, and that's what they do. And in their brains, they are innocent, I guess. And when you're innocent, you go about your business. She played the rest of the video another time. Of course, Blake Lively seemed so offended by that bump thing. Like, Parker Posey was terrible. Blake Lively's emotional damage. That she can't leave her house. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Look, man, again, I'm not here to say that she's great. And look, it's been a long time, and she's got to, even if like she is a victim, don't you think the advice would be like, hey girl, you got to go out and continue your life? I don't know. She was rude. She sloped her ass. Yeah, I remember that. Why was she offended by the bump remark? For God's sake, I'll tell you my opinion on it, and you guys could agree or disagree or discuss it. Because I think Blake Lively's career was based on good looks, being in a bikini. You know that shark movie? She was in a bikini the entire thing, and having a child is perceived as not being flattering when it is. She's probably thought of, an unintentional insult. Like, I mean, I've had people come up to me and go, hey, bro, yeah, man, you're getting old. And I know the person didn't mean it in a bad way, but I want to say, fuck you, bro. Oh. So but man, I watched that interview, and it seems like Blake Lively was willing to talk to the Flo. Is that her name? And it was Parker Posey was being ruder, and I still stand for that. I still stand with that. She only voiced Ladypool, the chick who played her, only got credit as stunt person. She was just, well, they're going to talk about her because she's more famous, I guess. I don't know. But who is Darth Vader? Who is Darth Vader? Is it David Prowse, the guy in the suit? Or is it James Earl Jones, the voice? Who is Darth Vader? She is a very sarcastic, weird interview, though. Commenting on a woman's body when she's pregnant is a no. Oh, I forgot to continue with that. You are right. But I think I want to guess that, is it Flo didn't mean it in a derogatory way. Because remember, I wish I would have had a chance to talk to her. I would have asked her about this. I think in European countries, when you're going to have a baby, it's more celebrated. I think it's more American. Not all Americans are the same with everything. I hate when people stereotype, but a lot of people think like, oh, you're getting fat and stuff. And I think in European countries, like, damn, that's amazing. And I think she meant it as a compliment. Your bump is like, dude, you're going to get birth. That's amazing. That's love. That's a gift, That's what I got out of it. And then Blake Lively being the Hollywood frickin', I get offended at everything prick, got mad. Parker Posey took it probably took it a little step further. Pregnancy is beautiful. Everyone hit the light. In Portugal, we still kiss. I do not kiss people. Yeah. But there's a portion, and especially since your entire career is based on your looks, and then something threatens that. Now, here's one thing I learned when I did my interviews. When I do my interviews, I don't ask personal questions like that. I ask only about the movies. I think you know, that other interview, was it the same interview where Blake goes, why don't they ask the men about the costumes? I asked men about the costumes because wardrobe and costume designing is a very important aspect of everything. So I don't know. She's full of shit. She was, look, if you know anybody like Blake Lively, my suggestion is don't hang out with them because they're going to get offended at something you do. So if you're obviously pregnant, it would be weird not to comment on it. Blake Lively was wrong in that case. Yes. But she got emotional, man. She's like, you got to look at it. If it was you, like you dress up all pretty, you're trying to look slim, and then somebody goes, you have a bump. Fuck. You know what I mean? It's like, even with men, dude, like if I go and spend $1,000 on a suit, I don't wear suits, by the way. And then, you know, you want to look slick, and then you get to the place, and then they're like, hey man, that's a fucking nice suit. Too bad with the belly. Oh, fuck, man. You know what I mean? Good evening, everyone. Denny, how you doing? For a Woody Allen movie? What are you talking about? You mean ask about costumes or a Woody Allen film? Yes. That's legit to ask. Costuming is always important. Even if you're making a current film, the way people dress in a movie, it sets the direction and the tone of everything. Imagine you're watching The Godfather and they're dressed up as, you know, breakdancers. You know what I mean? Yeah, costuming set the tone. But look, when you're like saying, why is Ryan Reynolds doing autographs? Because that's what he does, man. Like, and then when he's on the red carpet with Blake Lively the other day, and they're whispering to each other, and everybody covering this is like, you know, why are they whispering to each other? You know, he said, kiss me. Bro, if they want to conspire to do some stunt on the red carpet, don't you think they would have conspired to doing it at home or on the way to the red carpet instead of waiting till they're in front of 1 million cameras and then blatantly say, hey, kiss me right now, so the audience thinks we're good with each other? It's so fucking weird. He abused his adopted daughter. What? Yeah, I know he did. Woody Allen? He abused his adopted daughter. Well, look, I don't know. He was accused of some crazy shit, right? But welcome to Hollywood. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Look at, like, they knew about Weinstein. Look at how many people, I hate to put it, look at how many people were leading the Me Too thing, preaching at us how terrible we are. And then they were hiding Weinstein. They knew about Weinstein. Those speeches are like everywhere, man. You got Oprah. You got everybody with Harvey Weinstein. It was an open book joke. And all those preachers are like, Roman Polanski. That's old school. Yeah, I don't know everything about that, but wasn't, well, no, I thought, yeah, no, that happened by my house, by the way. All right, listen, I'm truly gonna go, but I need everybody to do me a big solid favor. I dropped the link in the comments. I need hold on, let's see this. I dropped that link in the comments. I need everyone to go to that video and up the algorithm for it, because YouTube hid it. YouTube hid that video, man. So that one, go and leave a comment and stuff. Respond to people if you agree or disagree with them. Again, full disclaimer, everyone's innocent until proven guilty in my book. This is all speculation and everything. It's all for educational purposes. I don't know anything. I'm dumb. Okay? I don't know anything. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research. Where the hell is this? Let me see if I could raid someone. No, no one I can read. All right, head over there right now, folks. Everybody, did you guys head over there? Hit the like. I dropped the link to that video. I saw an article months ago that Harvey supported Justin Baldoni. Yeah, you don't want that support. Again, this is mostly about Justin Baldoni's a big portion of his fandom, that he's a very nice guy, they say, and that he's, part of a religion that's very respectful. And then when I see a lot of their comments, they're very rude, disrespectful, childish, and obsessed. All right. That's what I'm saying. A portion of them. I'm not saying all of them. Anyways, I'll be back with more. Talk to you later. Nerd out. Head over to that video.